Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Face to Face. My guest today is perhaps one of the most consistent performers of the national team over the past decade. He has served his country playing in several AFCON finals, winning an under-20 World Cup. In fact, he scored the winning goal in what has become one of the most historic moments in world football. He's played his club career in Italy and Turkey, a bit of time in Spain as well, and perhaps also played for your favorite local club, Asamoah. I'm sure you know where I'm going with this. Emmanuel Agyemang-Badu is my guest on Face to Face today. Welcome back to Face to Face. Agyemang, welcome to Face to Face.
Thank you. Good to see you, bro.
It's good to see you as well.
It's been a while.
Yes, I know it's been a while. Every time we meet, I'm behind the media line and you are passing.
I'm a passing by.
But it's good you're sitting in front of me today. And I'm sure you are happy to be back home after what has been a very difficult year, perhaps the most difficult year in your career so far.
Yeah, you are right. I think it's one of the difficult years in my career. I had an injury at the preseason. Fortunately, I was out for getting to 7 months, but gradually I was cool, relaxed, did my therapy, took my gym very well, and I was back to help the team to get a respectable position, and good to be back to see the family and my friends.
And you've come at a time when Ghana is preparing for another AFCON, and you've been part of several AFCON preparations. You've been part of the national team. You are not part of the team. You must be sitting back and saying, how does it feel? Is it a different feeling? I'm sure you'd have preferred to be in Dubai today.
Obviously, yes. Every player wants to be in the AFCON, but you know, when the injury comes like this, or when the coach decides, you just need to respect the coach's decision. And I wasn't disappointed that I didn't go to the AFCON. I was a bit disappointed that I had a very terrible injury, which took me out a lot of months out of the field. But thank God I'm back. Just come home to just relax, support my colleagues, so that we can break the record.
Yeah, we will get into that a bit, but let's talk about a bit of where you started. You're a Brekum boy.
No, I'm from Sekwa at the time.
You're from Sekwa in time.
But I left there early to come and stay in Brekum. So most of the people know I'm from Brekum.
Yeah, and you did Berlin FC?
Yes, I played for Berlin FC and Brekum Arsenals. Then I moved to the Red Devils.
There's something I find fascinating, Agyemang. You've made your career as a defensive midfielder. The first time I saw you, you were playing as a striker.
I remember when we were preparing for the first edition of the CHAN. It was Claude Leroy. We were in camp. At that time, I think the recent coach of the Blaster was the assistant coach at that time. So Claude saw me and he said, this guy can be an attacking midfielder. Because I have a punch, I can shoot very well. And I think Mr. Pierre came to me and said, the man wanted to convert you to attacking midfielder. I said, well, I can play there as well, because as a footballer, you need to be utility, and it was great for me at that time. They tried me in such friendly games, and it worked out. So from there, I've been playing the box-to-box number 8 and attacking midfielder till now.
Okay. Was it easy for you to make that kind of adaptation, though?
I think it was a bit easy, because when we were playing the under-20s, I allowed Rabiu Mohammed to sit back, then I join attack a bit. I don't go like how I used to go in the Blasters. But Claude told me to go forward. Anytime there is cross coming or anytime I get the ball, because we are defending with 4 players, with one defensive midfield, which is Rabiu, or local Blaster was Edmo Uswansa. So obviously I was having space to go forward, and I think I get used to it, and it really helped me in my career.
You are one of those few local players who was very, very popular, even when he was here. So much so, and you were so good, the kind of push for you to join the national team we haven't had in a very, very long time. Brekum Arsenals, Kumasi Asante Kotoko. You spent 1 season at Kotoko.
No, I signed for 6 months, but unfortunately I played for only 2 games. Because of I was playing for the under-20, the local Blasters, the senior Blasters.
You were everywhere?
I was everywhere at that time. And you know, it all started when I was at Brekum Arsenals, when we were having the top 4 at that time. You know, I used to score all these big clubs. Heart of Lions at that time, they were top club. Asante Kotoko, Ashgold, House of Folk. That's why I got a chance to play for the under-20 team. And from there, you know, things changed just in a second. And
did you wish you could have played longer for Kotoko?
Yes, that is the only disappointment I still talk about. Because with such a club and how they welcome me into Kumasi, I wanted to play for long, but this is the job we have chosen. So when the opportunity comes, you need to just grab it. But I'm still in the team, so you will see.
That is giving hope to, a few Kotoko fans out there, but perhaps not now.
Yeah.
And you joined the under-20 team under Celastete.
Yeah.
That was a unique under-20 team. Tell us how the spirit was like with all the guys that you had at that time.
You see, I remember we were at Jeffkins Hotel around Adenta area. That is where we used to camp. And a lot of police were coming. At that time, we were very young. The likes of David Ade, Philip Wampon, played for House of Folk. Mm-hmm. We're having a very good quality. But you know, for a team to be strong, you need to be united. And we started united ourselves from that level when we were in camp, do things together, agree with ourselves. If you want this, you all go with one family. If you want to do this, we go with one family. Training grounds, we do everything together. So we started building the family relationship. And it really worked very well after Andre Ayew came in and a lot of professionals came in, and it worked really well for us. So I think how you build things, that is how we came out victorious.
So when you started playing competitive matches for that under-20 season where you went to the African Championships, did you feel that this was the start of something special, or you were like, well, let's take every match as it comes? But you guys just had the feeling that, look, this is our team, nobody can beat us.
When we started the qualifiers, after our first game, second game, then I think David Ade told me, this team is up there, and we just need to keep it. We don't need to just drop down. Don't be swollen-headed. We need to keep pushing. And the late vice president of the Ghana Football Association, may he so rest in perfect peace, he really helped us. He was always with the team, always with Celastete, always with all the guys. He tried to build a family, and I think it really helped us. So after our second game, I knew this team would be unbeatable.
And you won that tournament, went to the World Cup, which was staged in Egypt. Yeah. And in case you've forgotten, this is the 10th anniversary since you won that particular trophy, but we'll get to that as well. Yeah. When you got to Egypt, you looked around the other teams. Did you feel, well, no other African team has won this competition, but we can do it? Was that a feeling you guys had?
You know, the feeling started when we played the Waffle tournament in Nigeria. Yeah, I wasn't with the team at that time. And the team won. When we won, when they came, I knew the team will be very solid, because the inclusion with like the Andre Ayew, Daniel Opare, Samuel Inkum, and myself, I think the team will go far. So we went to the Africa with the same team. We add up a bit of quality to it, and we won the Africa. When we came back, I knew once the World Cup is in Africa, you will take it. And wonderfully, we went there and did our job, and with the help of Ghanaians, with the praise we get, with the support and everything, we won it. It wasn't an easy tournament, though.
Yeah, there were a lot of difficult games. I remember the game against Hungary.
You're right. Yeah, it was a very difficult game. And one against Korea, we won 3-2. After that game, Andre came to my room and said, Agyemang, we are going home with the cup. With this difficult game we passed through. You know, when you go to tournament, there are certain games when you are able to win 100%, you can sit down and boast yourself that, okay, we are going to finals or we can win this cup. So I wasn't surprised when the team won the World Cup. I knew we had the quality to win it.
That final against Brazil, red card in the game. Did that dampen your spirits? Did you at any point feel, okay, against mighty Brazil, we are down a man? How do we still win? What was the thought process for the team?
Let me review one secret today. Well, I was in the room around like 12 a.m., 1. Then someone was knocking the door, and it was Andre. He's one guy I know a lot because we started from the infantry. Then I said, bro, why are you not sleeping at this time? He said, bro, I can't sleep. I said, bro, don't worry. Once we have passed through the difficulties and reach here, you go back with the cap. Don't worry, you lift the cap up. And he said, thank you, brother. He went inside. In the morning, we meet each other, we're in the camp, going here, relaxing, just having chat and stuff, because the game was in the night. So it was a lot of thinking. That's why at times I hate night games. You go and have your lunch, you come back in the room, lie on your bed, a lot is going through your mind, and you need just to off your phone a bit, because a lot of calls will be coming from home. People are WhatsApping you, how is things going, your family is like this. You just need to focus. And it was finals, so we wanted to do everything for the country and bring the cup home. So it came to the D-Day, and it was Almighty Brazil. Everybody knows they were having the Texeres and that quality players, Douglas Costa himself. Rafa was the goalkeeper. He was 3 years ago at Napoli. I met him. Yeah, he was laughing at me. So, 27 minutes, like how you said, it's red card. We keep going, and it went to penalty kicks. And with the help of God, I think we made it possible.
Did you know you were going to take the last kick?
No.
You did not know?
No, I wasn't in the first 5. Bobo told me not to go closer. Because mine was shooting. So he told me, when it comes to penalty kicks, please stay away. Unless, one secret was, Ade was the best kicker in the team. Yes, he was the best. But when it comes to penalty kicks, at any given time, anything can happen. The difficult thing in football is when they leave you alone with the goalkeeper, like a penalty kick. It's very difficult thing to go for. But when he came, I asked David Ade, he said no. I asked Asamoah Agyemang, he said no. I said, my brothers, you are even playing. At that time, David was playing in Randers in Denmark. Opoku was in Qatar. I said, brother, if you spoil it, you can pass Egypt to Qatar in just 2 hours. Me, I need to fly to Accra, pick a car to Kumasi at that time, brother. Either I will be dead or my family, something will happen. And they said, no, Ghana penalty. I said, no. I think things happen for a reason. And this is the time for me maybe to make a name, to make my family proud, to make my country proud, and to make Africa proud. And thankfully, I went and got it so easy.
I still can recall you walking very slowly, and the commentator saying, is it Bedu? Is it going to be Ghana? Ghana. You wouldn't have heard that because you were on the pitch. How do you shut out all that noise? Because you had thousands of Egyptians in the stadium that day, all supporting Ghana. Yourself versus Raphael in goal for Brazil. If you score, we win. You don't score, we are back at it. How do you focus and shut out all that noise at that age?
When I was going, I played for the Blasters a bit before going. And one of the privileged players to meet players like Michael Essien, the Sule Muntari, John Pencil, John Mensah, Stephen Appiah himself, such quality players, So from the under-20 the Blasters itself, when I came back, I was having a lot of confidence because I have met a lot of potentials. And going for such penalties, I didn't panic a lot, but a lot was going through my mind. Because when I asked the professionals to go for it and what they told me, I panicked a bit. But I gathered the courage that, I have played with these potential players. I have met this type of players. Why should I be afraid of anything? This is the time to make the name for the nation and for myself. Let me go for it. I went and stopped a bit, and I saw the goalkeeper moved. I said, thank God. No shot, I just need to place the ball and just win the cup for Mother Ghana. And that is what's happened. So playing with that type of players, I think it made me gathered courage and go for the ball.
Did you, when you won that trophy, what was your first feeling?
My brother was in the stands, so I wanted to go to where he was. But after scoring that goal, I didn't know where he was. So you could see me just running. I don't know. I wanted to go on the left. I don't know if it was on the VIP stance, and it was a bit of emotional. But hey, this is the joy I have brought for Mother Ghana. So.
And did you feel it was the start of something special for you as an individual in your playing career? What that meant to be the goal scorer of such an important goal, a feat that till date has not been replicated by any other African team?
Yeah, after the tournament, I thank God for injury-free for all the footballers, my colleagues, and those who traveled and come and watch the game and come back. And I knew it was an opening, like, I don't know how to put it, like,
it
was a chance for me for my career to just take another step. And after we left back home, we see the welcome we got. The agent started calling me every blessed day, and I knew the chance is clear, and now it's time for me to move from Ghana.
And you went to Udinese, but my interest though was in your links with the national team, because you got another call. Yeah. Agyemang, let's go to AFCON.
Yeah. After
in Angola.
After the tournament straight away, I think the tournament was 16th October. Mm-hmm. So after the tournament, I went to Italy and signed my contract. So I came back. That was in January, the AFCON. I came back and I have a call up for the AFCON. I think most of my colleagues, like 6 or 7, were promoted to the Blasters, and that was our first AFCON in Angola 2010. We worked very hard. We wanted to surprise everybody in Ghana, but unfortunately, we lost our finals to Egypt.
But in that first game, I remember against Cote d'Ivoire, yourself versus Didier Zokora.
Yeah. Oh, you remember this, eh?
Yes, I remember things. I watched that game.
Yeah.
And he was very upset that such a young player was giving him such a difficult time. What mindset did you approach that game? Because we had a very young team, and they had world-class stars. And here you were chasing him all over the park.
I think in the dressing room, Richard Kingston, now the goalkeeper trainer of the national team, he told us, he said, yes, we know you are from the under 20. Yes, now people are afraid of you because of what you have done for Africa and for yourself and for the nation. Yes, we are going to play against such quality team with names, but they are like us. There's no difference. And you will see it on the pitch. Let's go, guys, and do what we can do for the nation. You see, when you have experienced goalkeeper like this, who have done a lot for the nation, playing in England, everywhere, you know, you gather a courage. And like how I said, I used to play with Asian. Asian used to play with Drogba. That means playing with Drogba, there's no difference. The difference is that maybe he scored a lot of goals and he's from Ivory Coast. So such things really help. Andre was playing in Marseille, Nkunku was playing in Switzerland, Champions League. Kwadwo Asamoah was there, Asamoah was there. So they really help we who came in and started very well. So in football, you can respect him outside the pitch, but on the field, you need to do your work. After the 90 minutes, he's your senior.
Did you think you could have won that AFCON? You lost the final to Egypt.
And that was our best game.
Yeah.
You remember we were having the one goal project?
Yes, at that time.
Yeah, and
Ghana should have won that game in regulation time.
Yeah.
So many chances.
Yeah, so many chances. You know, in football, at times you need luck. You can play bad and win. Where matters most, you play good and lose. And I think at the finals, I wanted us to play bad and win. But unfortunately, we were the better side of the day, but we lost. But since then, we've been trying 4 consecutive semi-finals and 2 finals. We've been trying, but it haven't worked out. I hope this year will work out.
You talk a bit about luck, but from a footballer's perspective, how important is that? There are those who will hear a footballer talk about luck and say, well, you are not serious. Go and play the game, you are saying luck. But does it really matter?
Yeah, it really matters. Even in not only in football, in everybody's work, you need luck. It's very important. When you go out, you need to pray for luck, and it's very important in our game as well. Because like how I said, at times we play so bad, but you win the game, and after the game, you will not even understand yourself. Like the example I made against Egypt, we were the better side of the day, created all the chances, but they got one chance and they put it in the net and we are done. Look at the penalties we lost to Ivory Coast. If you can recall me in any AFCON that a country is leading somebody 2 penalties and lost the cup, I don't think it have happened in Africa before. But we were leading and we lost. We lost to Ivory Coast 2015 in the AFCON. So in football, you need a bit of luck.
2010 was very busy for you, but you missed out on the bigger party through injury, the World Cup.
Yeah.
That must have been a hard feeling for you.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Especially for a World Cup that was in Africa.
Yeah, it was. I remember our last game was against Cagliari. Then I went to the coach and I told him, please, just rest me in this game so that maybe, in the game anything can happen. And I wanted to be in the World Cup. He said, okay, but I don't know if something happens in the game. You need to go in. I said, okay. So I was in the bench and I came in just like the first 10 minutes I got injured. Yeah, it was really bad. Then after the medical team told me I would be out for a month. So they contacted the medical team in Ghana and the coach said he needed me in camp for them also to see how the injury situation is. So I joined the team in France. I had a lot of therapy and I did checks, and the coach wanted to go with me because calculating the time, he said the first game I may miss it, but second game I could be fit, then the third game. But I sat down and I said, this is my career. This is now I'm starting. I don't want to go risk myself because this is a World Cup stage. I need to be 120% fit to be there, to focus. So I will go back home, do rehab, and be strong and come back strongly. So I went to the coach, I spoke to him, I said, I know you need me. I was on top of my peak at that time. I know you need me. I know you want me to play. I wish I could play, but this is the situation is. I want to go back to Italy, do rehab, and after the World Cup, I'll be very fit and come back and join the team and help the nation. He agreed with me and thanked me, and I left. And from there, I never got injured till this one I got recently. So at times you need to be focused. Although it's every player's dream to go to AFCON, World Cup, you change a lot of things in your career. But when I'm not fit, I will not try.
I will take a quick break. When I come, I want you to tell me the difference between preparing for an AFCON and preparing for any other tournament. Face to Face, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Face with Emmanuel Agyemang-Badu. I'm doing a football special because, as you know, the AFCON starts in a bit, and there's no better person to discuss football with than Emmanuel Agyemang-Badu, who has been to several AFCONs. And indeed, Emmanuel, 2012, you were back at the AFCON and scored a goal against Guinea. My goodness, what a goal. What was going through your head? Come on, you have to share.
It was awarded at the Puskas Awards.
Yeah, at the FIFA Gala.
Yeah. It was a set piece we learnt at training.
Oh, so you had practiced?
Yeah. There's Stavanovic. That was the coach at that time.
Yeah,
we practiced it. Yeah. But I shouldn't have shooting the ball. I should have maybe stopped the ball and do a cross. So when I was trying to stop the ball, I think it bounced on something. And it was up. I said, okay.
So it wasn't deliberate?
No.
Because from us watching at home, it looked like Agyemang had moved the ball up with his left foot and kicked with his right.
No. After I wanted to stop the ball and do a cross, it bounced on something, so it came out. I said, okay, let me go for the waist. And that is only because it was up. I can't do cross like that. And you and I knows I'm not bad when it comes to shooting.
Oh, you are very modest.
Yeah, I'm not bad. So
you are spectacular when it comes to shooting.
Yeah. I just placed the ball. I got the angle very well, and it was one of the goals I can never forget. Yeah, a goal that is awarded at Puskas Awards in FIFA. I think it's a plus for my career.
Now, I just want you to explain something to me. How different is it when you are preparing for an AFCON? Once the team is called and everything, what is the mentality like?
It's very difficult. It's very difficult. It's a difficult situation.
Especially as a Ghanaian.
As a Ghanaian, because the pressure is there. The pressure is there for 37 good years, we haven't won the cup. So, and every tournament, Ghana, we are favorite because one, we have been on every AFCON in this continent. We have been there. 4 semi-finalists, 2 finals. We will always be favorites of the record we have set there. So, and with the quality we have. So it's not an easy thing for we the footballers. And you need to be strong, mentally very strong, physically very strong, prepare yourself very well because it's a tournament for Africans and you are meeting countries who have a lot of quality. So we'll be in camp, you just need to rest, take training programs very serious, and before even coming you need to prepare yourself, do personal trainings, before going to camp because it's a tournament every 3 days you need to play a game, and at the tournament itself you can't train a lot. So for the 2 weeks we'll be in camp, you need to be well focused, prepared physically because we are playing Africa. African football is very physical. So it's very difficult, but this is the job we have chosen, and we need to be ready at any given time.
The way you describe it, it looks like playing in a tournament like an AFCON is more difficult than playing your regular league season.
Yeah, why? Because a regular league seasons, at times, if you are not playing at the Champions League, you play on Sundays. That means when you play on Sunday, you rest on Monday, and the team starts training on Tuesday. You have time to prepare, like 5 days before a game. The coach have time to analyze the game you played before, where you did mistake, where this one made mistakes. But this is a tournament, every 3 or 4 days you need to play. So if you play on Sunday, you have a game on Wednesday, that means on Monday, you just need to do recovery. Tuesday, you can't train very hard because on Wednesday you have a game.
So all the preparation
is the 2 weeks you've been in camp, like how the team are in camp right now.
So this is the most important part.
This is the most important part of the whole tournament. The team have to be physically fit, mentally strong, and when they go to Egypt, no training is needed anymore. You just need to bang the goals and bring the cup home.
Do players care about these tournaments when they go? Because there's a perception among Ghanaian fans that perhaps they care more about the team than the players themselves on the pitch. Do you really care when you're on the pitch wearing the national colors playing?
It's a privilege. So obviously every player cares. I've won the Under-20 World Cup. I knew what I have gained from it. The advantages, a lot of advantages. So just imagine having a call up to the Senior Blasters and win a cup. It's a privilege for us. I got paid when I win a game. The supporter doesn't get paid, so he needs to criticize. That is fine. We are used to that and we are okay with that. But for the perception out there that the player doesn't care, I don't think I will buy with that.
You don't buy that?
No.
But you just said you also get paid. There are a lot of fans who also think that perhaps you care more about the money than playing the game when it comes to Ghana.
No, it's not right. Everybody does his work and got his salary. It's not about only football. We have passion for football. That is why the concentration is only on the footballers here. But I think those who work at the bank got paid. Those who work at other institutions got paid. When you work, you need to get paid. You don't focus on the money. But after doing your job, you need to receive what you have been promised. And it's a woman hazard. It's not only footballers. It's everywhere. So I don't want to buy with that. We care for the jersey. We care for Ghanaians. We care for the supporters because they pay to come to stadium. Some are selling chewing gums at the roadside. They will do that, come to the stadium and pay to come and watch. So we can't joke with them. We respect them, and if at times the game didn't go well, it doesn't mean that we don't care. It's work. It can tend to no and it can tend to yes. But for us not to care, no player will wear the national team jersey and say it doesn't care because whatever happens should happen. We have 5 million players, so if we have been selected for 23, from there and you'll be selected for 11, you need to thank your God.
You're one of those players who takes criticism very well. There are a lot of those who also think that perhaps we need a lot more of you. because our players are a bit light-skinned? Is it that we are overly critical? You've traveled to a lot of countries, you've played in a lot of teams, you have friends who play in other national teams. Are Ghanaian fans overly demanding, or we just want the best?
When you demand on the job I do on the field, I'm okay with it. But when you add the family to it, that is where the emotions comes in. Because this is my job. This is what I have chosen to do. I know the hardest part of the job when it comes. And when I get there and the criticisms are coming, I welcome them in good faith. But sorry to say, when you add my family, my mom, my brother...
And you get a lot of that?
Oh, a lot. You are in Ghana with me. You know what is going outside there. And a lot of my colleagues have really received the bashing. Not what he did on the field, but the other family. That is where the emotions comes in. But when I do my work on the field, I go wrong and you criticize me, I don't have any problem with it.
But you feel that there's a lot of overboard criticism of the players?
That is what I said. When it's on the, you talk what happens on the field, you can go overboard. I will be fine with it. But where's a section of the people will go overboard to talk about the family, to add family to it, to start revealing secret about he have done this, he was here with this one, he have done this. That is where the emotions come in, and we are all human beings, and we act. After you react, you are the bad person.
With the Black Stars, what is it that drives the team? Because again, for the casual observer who sits back, he says, well, we've seen this generation, we've seen that generation. They were this, they were that. Do you think it's a fair comparison to make? Your generation in particular has come in for a lot of criticism that perhaps the motivations have not been where it should be, like those in the past. Do you think they've been fair?
Yeah, when you have a quality and you go somewhere, you didn't get what you want, the criticisms will come. And at times, I do agree with the supporters a bit, because if you are going to a tournament with a lot of quality, where you have the Asamoah, the Ayus, the Kwadwo Asamoah, the Parties, the Wakasus, the Asians, the Sules, the Lais, and everybody, you have quality. Playing for Chelsea, playing for Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, Fenerbahce, Swansea. There's a lot of, enthusiasm from. There's a lot of happiness from the fans, and they have seen what the players are doing in Europe. So when you come here and the expectation is not at that level, then that's where the anger starts coming in. But playing in Africa and in Europe is a huge difference, because the pitches are one. Yeah, the pitches are one.
But there are those who say, well, you were playing on those pitches before you left, so when you come, you should adapt.
But things change. After you go, things change. You a lot of things change when you go to Europe. And here, you don't have time to train. At a club level, you can be with a squad for 10 months. Here, you will come 1 week, just train 2 days, play the game, and leave. And like 3 months, 4 months, you've not been back. So it's not been easy for the coaches. It's not been easy for the players to get cohesion of the team. It needs a lot of work. That is why at times, you need to have patience for the coaches, because to blend football is not easy at the national team level. So that's why at times the individual brilliance have to come in the team. Yeah, because the coach can have his selection, and that is where the individual brilliance. If this one is going, I need to stay. If this one is moving, I need to do here. That one, I don't think the coach have to come in too much. We need to use our mind and help the coaches on the field.
So that we've had a lot of players talk about this thing where they say players coach themselves.
Yeah, it's
on
really
the pitch. It happens.
It's really very important in the game. Communication. In a game without communication, it can never work out. I have been playing with Medford. I have played with Asian before, Anthony Annan, Kwadwo Asamoah, Rabiu Mohammed, Stephen Appiah. A couple of quality Medforders. And before the game, Mike can tell you, I know you like going. I will stay. Just go. Wherever the boy is, just go. I'm here waiting. it's communication. At times when he's going, Agyemang, this one, I'm going for it, so stay. So communication in the game is very important. At times where the coaches and where the players are, when even he shouts, you can't even hear anything because of maybe the crowd and the pressure going on in the game. So players on the field, very close to each other, needs to help each other. And that is where the communication comes in.
I'm going to ask a question because you have personal insights. You've played with Kwadwo Asamoah at Udinese. You've played with Kwadwo Asamoah as a midfielder in Udinese, as a midfielder at an AFCON in 2010.
Yeah.
And then you have first-hand opportunity to watch him regularly because you are both in Italy, and I'm sure you are very good friends.
Yeah.
So you talk. He's going to this AFCON as a midfielder.
Yeah.
What does he bring?
Quality.
But he plays as left back. But as a midfielder, what does he bring?
A lot of quality. He's a good passer of the ball, so you need such players. That's why I said Africa and Europe is different. He knows the African terrain. He knows what the coach, what Ghanaians are expecting from him. He's a quality player. Every aspect of the game. With the ball, he's a quality. He has good passer. He can shoot. He has the eye on the ball. He's very strong. And I don't want to put challenge on him. I'm relying on him in this AFCON. He will bring quality to the team. He will create space for a lot of players to get chances to score. And playing left back at Inter and Juventus for more than 6 years, and playing midfield, it will never change. It will not change anything for Kwadwo.
Really?
It will never.
You don't think it makes a difference?
No, Marcus.
That's interesting.
Yeah, he's still the Kwadwo I know when it comes to midfield. We played Inter Milan 2 months ago. He got the ball and pushed to come the midfield, and we give good passes, quality play, and he have everything. He's a utility player, and wherever you put Kwadwo, even behind the striker, he will do the work for you.
Coach Kwesi Appiah, another person you've played for. What are his qualities? A lot of people don't really know Kwesi Appiah because he doesn't talk. You are in a dressing room with him. You have played under him with taking instructions. What exactly does Kwesi Appiah bring when he stands on the touchline and he's handing out instructions?
You know, he's not someone who talks a lot. He prefers to stay focused, read the game, and after in the dressing room he talks. Even at the dressing room, he won't be shouting and talk a lot, but he will just explain to you how he wants things to be done. And you know, every coach has his philosophy. I remember they said there was one coach in England who always wants to be in the stands, just to watch the game, because there he will see everything.
Some Allardyce.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there he will see everything go very well. That's why at times when the supporters are yelling at the players, I agree, because when you are at the stands, you see more than those on the field. So he doesn't like talking. He doesn't like shouting on players too much. He wants to hold one against one with you in the dressing room and explain things to you. So he's that type, and he's now experienced. He's been in the AFCON 2015 in South Africa. He's been in the World Cup in Brazil, and now he's back. I think the experience he has learned. He went to Sudan, and he knows the terrain really very well now, and he will help the team. I hope so.
Are you hopeful that Ghana can win this AFCON?
It's too early to talk about it.
It's too early.
We have the quality. Let's see our second game, see the approach on the field, the unity, and how we tackle the games. And after, I can talk about it. But what I have seen is if this team do well to pass to semis, miracle will happen.
Agyemang-Badu says a miracle will happen. We will go for our final break. When we come back, we'll discuss a bit more about what the future holds for Emmanuel Agyemang-Badu. Also talk about some charity work that he has been involved in. Not just recently, in his entire career. He's a very nice guy. You know. Face to Face will be right back. Welcome back to Face to Face. It's the final hurdle of our pre-AFCON conversation, and I'm having it with Emmanuel Agyemang-Badu, long-standing Black Stars player. Unfortunately, he had a season-long injury, recovered recently, but he's looking forward to good things. Agyemang, you came back home and you've been very involved in your community, Sekwa, as you mentioned, especially during the BC.
Yeah.
What did you tell the kids when you went back?
One, I told them education is very important, and they need to make the district very proud. they need to make Sekwa very proud, and we have done our part, still making the district very proud, and this is the time they need to focus. And those who want to play football, it's very important that they need to learn very hard because of contract issues. You and I know a lot of footballers have gone through contract issues, and now football have changed. We are in modern world, so no agent or no team have to put paper or in front of you, and you can't read what is in, and you just sign. At times, I don't blame we the footballers. It's a pressure, peer pressure. You know, you're from the village, and agent come, I want to take you to Italy. You'll be happy. He got a visa for you. Some met them at the airport, gave you the paper. He have done everything for you, so you think what is in the paper is not important, but you don't know you have committed yourself. So I had a word with them that they should take their education very serious. And when you want to play football and somebody puts a paper in front of you, you know what is on it, and you will not commit yourself to be a slave for someone to chop your money.
You've been at Udinese your entire professional career in Europe. It's not an easy thing to do, is it?
It's not, but
you must really love the city.
I love the city, and it's a blessing club for Ghanaian players. Gago have captained the team before, some years back. Stephen Apla have played there. Sule have played there. Rabi Mohammed passed there a bit. Jonathan passed there. Asamoah Kwadwo Asamoah. Myself, maybe I will pass by. And now Opoku Nicholas is there. So they have really been helpful for Ghanaian players. And every time I need to give the credit to Gago, Stephen Apia, and Sule, Asamoah.
They have good reputations there.
Exactly, and they have opened the door for we who just came in, because whenever they need a player from Ghana, in Africa, especially in Ghana, because of their reputation is there, they just opened the door for us. And I've been there for 8-9 years now. Last 2 years I went to Busaspor in Turkey to have a loan. I came back. The supporters have been very wonderful. I have a very good relationship with the management members, everybody from the president to the kid guys, and I have communicated my stance for them before coming for holidays. They know my stance right now, and we hope something pops up. I think if something pops up, they're ready to allow me to go for another challenges, and I think it's time for another challenges as well.
How easy is it to make that kind of decision, especially when you are a footballer and you are comfortable, and when you know that when you are fit, you get playing time? Is it easy to always make that? You are paid well. Is it easy to make that decision to say, I need to move to another city, I need to move to another country?
It's not easy, as how you said, but I need to challenge myself. I need to offer myself another options in my career. And when I went to Turkey, it was very good for me because I was playing so very well, scoring some goals at Busaspor before getting the injury. So it was good for me, and I think it's time for me to test myself elsewhere. It won't be easy, but the most important thing is for the 8 or 9 years I've played with Udinese, I never had any problem with anyone. And wherever I go, I think the reputation, the respect, and everything will be there for me. And it's a city I love. Any given time, I can pop up there, and they welcome me in good faith.
How does one maintain being a good professional footballer? The reason why I'm asking this is, you've played 8-9 years in Europe. It's rare to read a scandal about Agyemang-Badu. If you are reading about Agyemang-Badu, either he's injured or he scored a goal, but not because he's fought somebody or something, or he's been involved in some poor investment somewhere. How hard is it being a model footballer, especially coming from Ghana? Do you have people who have advised you, or these are decisions you've made by yourself?
You know, when fame is coming, arrogance a bit come inside, and you need to be very focused. I will not sit in front of you and say I haven't been arrogant a bit in my life. I have, but I have realized that it's not important in life. is the people who you are arrogant to prayed for you, support you, and to be there where you are. And I always focus on that thing, that any given day when I go out and go back home, I sat down and said, have I offended somebody today? If I have, then tomorrow I don't need to. I just need to be free to everybody, just do my work and go. So I've kept that thing in my head, and my mom has been so instrumental in my career. Anything will just tell you to keep calm, just relax, and just focus on what you're doing. I have my manager who was the owner of Berlin FC for getting to 12 years. He's the one I've been living with. Yeah, I don't have anybody. I don't have a lot of friends. The friends I have don't know a lot about football. They are in different worlds. And
do you enjoy that, having people who don't talk to you about football?
No, I enjoyed it because after football there is life. So you need to. Although I want to be in football, but you need to be other side of the world to see what is going on. So it's not an easy thing when you are up there, but it depends on how you want to live your life. I want to live it this way, and it keeps me going.
And what does Agyemang-Badu do in his free time?
I like to do a lot of research. Yeah, I read a lot, and I read about agriculture. Because
you want to be a farmer?
Yeah, because of where I'm coming from.
Yes,
I have a lot of things doing the cocoa farm, cassava farm.
Do you visit the farms yourself?
I went there. I was there like a week ago
to check on
to
the
check
farms.
how it's going, and I think things are.
So you don't do your checks via mobile phone? Oh, today
no,
how's the farm?
That's what particularly I went there for a week to just check things. It's very important when you leave something for somebody. You just need to go and check, not always on WhatsApp or what you see on the phone. And so far they are doing well. I hope it will continue like that. And yeah, I like to read a lot about agriculture. And I don't normally watch football when I'm home.
That's a question I'm going to ask you. I have known a lot of footballers, and they tell me this thing, and I've also observed this. You don't like watching football outside of football season, or even when other football matches are being played. It's rare to find a professional footballer sit down and say, I'm watching the game. Why?
Because of what we have been through, and coming home like this, you just need to just relax and off the mind from the game a bit. Because you can't focus on only football. Watching football is very traumatic. Yeah, let me remove this secret. Even yesterday, I didn't watch the penalty kicks at the Accra Sports Stadium. Yeah, I left. And
you watched the game until the penalties and left.
Yeah, I now I'm trying to understand the supporters, what they go through. That is why when the pressure comes, at times, not always, but at times, we just need to keep our cool and just receive the bashing, because it's not an easy thing. And you know, at times there's a lot of pressure. You go out for 10 months with your team, traveling on Wednesdays, flying on weekends to play a game, come back, training staffs. You know, when you come home, you just need to take off the game like 2 weeks, focus on other things, and after you just go back and do your work.
All right, then. Thank you very much, Emmanuel Agyemang-Badu. It's been a pleasure spending time with you on Face to Face. We wish you all the best in whatever challenge that comes your way. And we'll be watching and hoping that we have you back on our show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me to express my views about my career and Ghana football. Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure. Well, so Emmanuel Agyemang-Badu heralds our entry into the African Cup of Nations, which is coming. Hopefully, Ghana will be able to end its almost 4-decade-long drought from winning the title.
Inshallah.
My name is Godfred Akoto-Boafo. Have a good day.